Hello everyone, here we are, Southern Pines, hole 6, par 5, coming at you. This is one of my favorite holes in the game. This one and the other one, it's hole 4, par 5. Those are the two that I really like, unless they change the number around, but I know that's what it used to be, hole 4. This really creates, a broad range of abilities. Here you can see my opponent has an Epoch 2 and very well could get this into the fairway. So one of the things that I like to do is I'll take off some of my topspin and I'll just rough bump this. If I had an early club like my opponent, that's what I'd be doing. And very, very reasonable chance that he can pull this off. What most people will do is they'll topspin it too much and still go into the bunker. So that's what you're seeing there. What I might do is maybe 0 topspin, maybe even in that case 1 backspin, just to get the ball. But I also have a more developed club, so you might see me, I could go for that fairway. If I really wanted to, I could put it up there for albatross, a very good albatross chance. What you're going to see me do is I'll probably just kind of play very similarly to what I just mentioned, just so I can kind of reiterate this point to you. That as I'm mentioning, it doesn't matter if you have a Epoch 2, it doesn't matter if you have a Epoch 7, you can still pull this shot off. It's just basically, just kind of weaker execution more than anything. And I'm going to go about 5-6 rings here. I'll push it in a notebook after I actually play this. No real curl or anything. I'm just trying to shoot for this gap. So that's what you see. And I'm going relatively full and just make sure that it's into the fairway. So you can see, most people don't do that properly, and they actually roll through to the sand. So I wanted to at least give you that shot. But as I mentioned, we could have went for that. But what I was basically doing, what was that wind? I really don't remember. I'm just going to kind of push in some values. I play it maybe plus 20%, somewhere in there. Keeping in mind that it was a tailwind and max over power. So I'm adding a little bit of extra to my adjustment because the ball's landing farther north. So, right about 1 per ring is a nice estimation. I forget what the wind was, whatever it was, right around 1 per ring for my case. So if you don't have, a similar scenario, that's what you'll be looking at. You could just copy my elevations and it converts to any club that you use. For this situation, what you're going to see me do is try to land. I usually try to do maybe 4 or 5 backspin, maybe somewhere right in here towards this corner. So you'll see that I'll use pretty much close to no elevation here, and maybe landing right around here with 4 backspin. 1 per ring is going to be pretty spot on what I tried to do. So that's what you'll see that I'm trying to do. And make sure that I'm not adding any extra power here. Didn't want that great ball. But it's not going to hurt me with this wind. Let's see how it comes in. Looks like I got the speed pretty good. Oh, wow, there's no hole. That's the first time I've seen that. But that's actually a really good shot. That's actually really close. So you can see speed-wise, right around 4 to 5 backspin. It really depends on how much wind you have. Sometimes I even go 3 backspin. Just try to focus on kind of my landing zone and kind of the way that ball guide is. But keep in mind, if I had a headwind, I might have to go into power. I might have to change the spin, make it 2 backspin. So just stuff to be thinking about, to make this shot easier for you. This is hilarious. This is the first hole I've ever played without a hole. This just cracks me up. I've seen guys that have had this. I can't wait for their first update from the new update, update 2.0. I have no idea if that's going in. Like, you can't even tell. Can I even make this putt? Like, this is crazy. There's still no hole. It still goes in? I don't even know. It looks like it does. So it looks like it, yep, sure enough. Oh man, that's comical. So that was my first version of seeing there, but you can see, Epoch 2, Epoch 7, you just copy the spins. If you can try to guesstimate my landing zone, I didn't quite go full max power there. So, you know, an Apoc 4, for instance, could have went full max power, and they would have basically had an equivalent shot to me. With an Apoc 2, you know, maybe use no spin and just full throttle. And what most guys are doing is they're top spinning it. So you'll see that they'll come in a little bit too hot and run through to the bunker. It's a very common problem. Even guys in Tour 11, you know, very experienced players would still, you know, make that mistake of too much topspin there. So just something to think about. Hopefully you find that tip useful, and, you know, it leads to better scores for you guys. Good luck, and see you guys on the next one.